It's a short story, which is probably the most extreme case of a woman with no accountability that I've ever heard. And that says a lot because I've been doing this on YouTube for 5.5 years. All about a guy who was all set to get married, and lo and behold finds out his fiancée was hooking up with her boss. And of course, he ends it with her, but guess what? She blames it all on him. Yes, and she tries to get this guy back. He wants nothing to do with her. And he has to get a restraining order because she won't stop. And she ends her life. And in ending her life, leaves a note, a letter, blaming him to the end, even though she's the one that cheated. And all these people are making out to be the bad guy and all that. It's crazy. I've been going over here, guys, to make the point about, again, the gals and accountability. And don't ever feel bad if you've done nothing wrong and they're trying to put the crap on you. Titled, Am I the A-hole for not caring about my ex's death? And a shout out to Micah for sending this story. And by the way, guys, this may sound kind of like a story I did a few weeks ago about a guy who also his ex ended herself, but that's not it. This is a different story, in case you guys wonder. It says here, I was engaged to my ex, we'll call P. I'm not doing this letter crap. I'll call her Penny. And we've been together since for 3 years. To make it short, I found out she was having an affair with her older boss, and when I knew it, more like checked her phone, I called off the wedding and made everyone know the reason. Her work too, about her late night meetings, etc. Right there. Done. No end of story. No listen to her complain. I can explain. Blaming it on alcohol, whatever it is. Nope, he's done. From then, I spent months being harassed by Penny at my house, at my gym, at my work, and even at my parents' house until I had to obtain a restraining order against her and her mother because basically I couldn't go out without accidentally meeting her and her raging at me because she lost her job since everyone knew about her and her boss. Holy crap, she went mental. And her mom too. Showing up at his house, the gym, his job, parents' house. Yeah, you can see why he got a restraining order. And coming to the point of this post, just a week ago, I got the news that she offed herself and left a note blaming me for ruining her life, since most of our friends sided with me, but her parents are somehow, don't ask me how, delusional as they are, convinced that we could just have talked and sorted things out like nothing happened. She's blaming him to the end. After all that, the note, and blaming him. You want to talk about hell hath no fury. I mean, after everything she did, and she cheated on him, obviously lots of times, ruined the engagement, and everything she did, having to get a restraining order against her, if she would have at least, when she ended herself, left a note saying, I apologize. I ruined it. It's my fault. I can't go on anymore, blah, 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 blah. But I'm sorry for what I did to you. I'm sorry for blaming you. Then at least he would have some level of respect for her. She can't even do that. She's taking it to the end. Blaming him to the end. It's crazy. And she wants to have revenge. That way, because she knows her family and friends, they're all going to hate on him. Freaking psycho. Newsflash, I'm sure there are plenty of underlying issues with her long before. It isn't just him that caused her to do this. She could have gotten another job, God's sakes. So again, since that week, I'm being harassed by phone calls and texts of people accusing me of not caring about her and being so cold-hearted to not even bother to come to the poor girl's funeral. Why would he go to the funeral? Right? I mean, after everything that happened, ruining the relationship, harassing him, the restraining order, and then all that, and blaming him for that, why would he show up? And by the way, if he showed up, we all know what happened. They would all take it out on him. You're the reason our daughter's gone, and that type of thing. So he's screwed either way. They just want to blame somebody because the family doesn't want to blame their sweet and innocent, whatever her name was. It's easier to blame this guy. But honestly, I don't feel bad at all. I don't feel any guilt for what she did because she was the one that had the affair with her boss. She was the one that got the restraining order, and she was the one that decided to end herself. So no, I'm not feeling guilty. Should I feel something different? No, bro, not at all. I mean, some people might, but that's not how you're wired. And that's, again, the thing. She blamed you to the end. She could have redeemed herself by sending a note to everybody saying, I'm the one that screwed up. No. Hell hath no fury. She wants to make sure she's going down. You're going down with her. Everybody's going to hate you. Now, I think eventually when people cool off and all that and the emotions settle, some people might wake up and realize, but holy crap, Yeah, this is the most extreme case of lack of accountability I've ever freaking heard. He also says here, first off, I want to thank you all for the support you gave me and your reassurance because it's really helping me. And then I want to make a few things clear. When I canceled the wedding, obviously people asked me why, and here is when I told family and friends the truth. I just said the truth without insults or any bad-mouthing, just said that she had an affair with her boss, and that so that everyone decided to believe what they wanted to believe. Okay, he could have really bad-mouthed her when he told people the reason that the wedding was off. I would have. I'm sure most of you would have, but he didn't. For the restraining order, it took me a bit because every single time I thought that my ex and her mom would finally drop it, because come on now, how many times do I have to say it and stay away from me, and that I wasn't changing my mind about it? Apparently not enough if I had to arrive at the restraining order. To her job mess. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that they would fire her and her boss because I generally thought more of a warning for them or something like that. But it turned out that my ex's boss has a pattern of this behavior. Oh, so it isn't just about her. He has a history of banging chicks that are younger than him that he supervises. Shocker. I wonder if that was probably part of the reason she ended herself, realizing she wasn't that special. To make matters worse, I was expecting my ex's boss. He was married and his wife was going through chemo, and the divorce proceedings is still going on, but you can imagine in which direction. And finally, I read that someone asked if I was in therapy or had someone to talk to, and my therapy had been a bit different. You see, I have an extremely close relationship with my cousin and her 2 daughters, so when all this mess came up, my 2 baby girls, 3 and 4 years old, they were really good at helping me because I spent more time with them, and I can hear them saying, "I love you, giant uncle." I'm a pretty big guy. It's been extremely heartwarming and therapeutical. So yes, I had a strange support system, but spending time playing and laughing with those 2 little angels helped me really through all this mess. So again, thank you all, and I hope one day to come out of this on the other side. Well, he'll be fine. I honestly do think just the dust has to settle and people calm down a bit, hopefully, and that'll be the end of it. But, man, blaming him to the end. This is why, whenever that saying came about, and I used to know who said where that came about, but really, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And the crazy about the whole thing is, she's the one that did this. She's the one that ruined the whole thing. But thank God, at least his parents are on his side. A lot of their friends are on their side. But, she might be one of those people that just can't handle, looking bad publicly. And then there you go, And the boss she wasn't his first rodeo. Now some comments here. One guy says here, when people call harassing you, ask if they were prompted to call on behalf of the people you have a restraining order against. That you've recorded the phone call and will include it in the next court date against your stalkers. Ideally, record them and screenshot any text as further evidence to keep the restraining order against ex's mom, not the a-hole. Yeah, the people are still harassing him about this. Like, okay, I got the restraining order before, I'll do it again. Another one, not the a-hole. So your ex has an affair with her boss, and it's somehow your fault. Her parents and anyone on her side are definitely delusional. Why aren't they blaming the boss? She chose to stalk you, she needed therapy, and chose to off herself. Her parents are looking to blame someone because they don't want to find fault with their child. I get it, but they aren't living in reality. Don't go to the funeral, you'll be attacked. I block anyone blaming you. If they continue to harass you, I'd go to the cops. Obviously, that person wrote that before his update, I guess, but yeah, exactly. They want someone to blame, and it's easier to blame him. Another one, not the a-hole. She chose to have an affair with her boss, so the consequences of that coming out are on her, not you. She doesn't want consequence, or she didn't want consequences. No accountability. It's likely would not have come out even if you hadn't revealed it. I'm positive that there were already rumors that she was having late-night meetings with her boss. And last one, it says here, ending oneself also isn't caused by a single incident. It's caused by serious mental health issues, and they have been around for a very long time and become too much to handle. It seems like she chose to try and cause you further harm, at the same time by blaming you for her actions and choices. But whatever caused her ending her life, it wasn't you or getting fired. It was something that existed in her before you guys met. I agree with that. Also, why would you go to her funeral? She's an ex, no longer part of your life at all, and she betrayed you, hurt you, stalked you, and harassed you. Even if you didn't have sympathy for her or whatever she was going through, feel sad that she offed herself, going to her funeral would have been a bad idea for everyone. It's good that you stayed away, especially with her blaming you like that. I still stand by the fact that if he would have went to the funeral, the same people that are harassing him would gang up on him and maybe get physical. But these are also the same people that are mad at him for not going to the funeral. He can't win in either way. How you feel is how you feel. There is no should. We can't just magically change how we feel about something. If you feel nothing about your ex's death, that's just how it is, and she's the reason for it, not you. Document everything from this new harassment campaign and make sure you report it. You can get a restraining order against anyone harassing you. At the least, you can get a lawyer to contact these people and hopefully scare them into stopping. I think you will. So anyhow, guys, there you go. The most extreme case of no accountability, taking it all the way to the end of the grave I've ever heard. I wish this guy the best.